Baseball is back and MLB The Show is ready to go here with a new franchise. And welcome everybody. It's time. It is time to get a franchise going once again. If you're new here, a lot of franchise content, Madden and MLB. I'm ready to go. I'm pumped, ready for the season. Cannot wait to get going here, especially on this franchise. It is going to be fun, fantastic. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. I just can't wait to get it going. They've done some improvements to the franchise. I know nothing crazy to this franchise, but some, inner workings, making sure trades work out a lot better. Last year they had a problem with guys being traded for absolutely nothing. So I think that is a fantastic job to make sure that is fixed. Also free agency. You had guys just sitting in free agency that were 90 plus overall, and this year it's going to be a little bit different. They're going to use that 3-year differential for free agency. So I think major improvements for franchise that are going to make it a little bit better, and hopefully the gameplay is still very good. From what I've seen, looks fantastic. Now, there's a possibility maybe we could jump into Diamond Dynasty or possibly Road to the Show. But you guys have to let me know if you'd be interested in that. But right now, it's just going to be straight franchise. So maybe those two options are a possibility. If I see interest in them, there's a good possibility that maybe we'll do something minimal, but mainly it's going to be this franchise. And if you're not used to baseball, it's fun. It's building a team, building through the draft, as minor leaguers, prospects. Absolutely love it. So the question, obviously, is what team are we going to go with? Now, I'm going to take a team that I think plays in the hardest division in baseball. And that team's the bottom rung of that division, and it has been for years. And is personally my favorite team. We've done a franchise once before with these guys way back when I started the channel, and that is the Baltimore Orioles. I know their minor league system is one of the best, so you don't need to really build a whole lot in their minor league system, but I just had to go with them. I had to go with the Orioles. Like I said, unfortunately, my favorite team. Maybe in a few years they can look up at it, but this is the hardest division in baseball. And with this roster, with these young guys, I had to give it a shot. So let's take a look at this roster right now. John Means is the ace. Now, is John Means an ace? I don't know if he really is. Maybe a 2 or 3. I would say probably a solid 2 pitcher. Good lefty. Throw that no-hitter last year. That's the first no-hitter, I believe, since the 60s or 70s for the Orioles. But you can see, solid ERA, 3.62. Whip just barely over 1. And for, a team that doesn't get many wins, it's an outstanding season. 1 year left, 2 years left of arbitration. But definitely, I think, going to try to be a stay here on this team. Tyler Wells, only 27 years old. They kind of have a lot of, there's some younger guys on here that maybe just don't have the talent or just trying to prove something. But don't really expect much from this season. Jordan Lyles will be in the rotation. If we go down, we have Keegan Aiken. Now, DL Hall, we'll talk about the prospects here in a second. He will not be in the majors right now. Dean Kramer. And then you have Bruce Zimmerman will definitely be in the rotation. Kevin Smith, Michael Ballman, those type of guys. Bullpen, we got Paul Fry. Obviously, you can see the ratings. It is not good. This team still will need major overhaul, I would think for sure. There's no doubt about it. So there's still a lot of work to be done. There's just some pieces already in place. And in reality, I don't know how much trading is going to be done. So, I don't know how many guys we could really possibly get rid of. We'll see. But if we continue to go through the roster, Ryan Mountcastle, 25 years old. What a fantastic year he had last year. It's 33 home runs, 89 RBI, average about 255. Needs to up that on base, 796 OPS. Not too bad, but still gives you that power. I think he is definitely on the rise for even more, no doubt about it. Trey Mancini, obviously, had the bout with cancer, missed a whole year. It's just amazing he actually came back. A little bit of a down year last year, but what can you say? Guy had freaking cancer, so I think getting him back healthy another year, Trey Mancini can definitely put up some solid numbers like he did just a few years ago. So I think at first base, you're good to go there. Jorge Mateo is going to have a good chance here with the starting lineup. And I really like him too because you can see the secondary positions. He can really play anywhere. And I love when you have players like that especially in this team, you're going to get the start. But obviously, maybe next year, possibly, if somebody else moves into that role, you can still keep those type of guys, and I love that. Rougned Odor comes over from the Yankees. Obviously had some solid years with the Rangers, but he has definitely been on the decline. There's no doubt about that. On base, not even over 300. Some of these guys, I'm not even sure how long they will actually stay on the roster, and we will play year one. I know the last couple years I have simmed year number one just to kind of get into it further, but we're going to have some prospects play in year number one, so we're going to stick with year number one. We're going to start with opening day, which should be out Friday, like the real opening day. So we'll have a first game out on Friday, so that'll be cool. So look forward to that. But Austin Hayes, another youngster, 22 home runs, 71 RBIs. This lineup is not too bad. They're not that bad of a lineup. They have some pop. They have some solid guys. The pitching is just awful. Cedric Mullins, the best player, no doubt, on the team. In my opinion, one of the best players in baseball. Maybe just doesn't get a lot of credit because with the Orioles went 30-30 last year, 30 homers, 30 stolen bases, 878 OPS. He had a WAR, I believe, about 7. He had 6.8 WAR. Cedric Mullins had one fantastic season last year, and I expect nothing more from him this year. I think he's just going to be great. He's under team control for another 3 years after this with 3 arbitrations. And I guarantee you we're going to try to work out a deal. Now, the Orioles now, they almost we're thinking about Carlos Correa. I know it's the rumor. Give him a big deal. And, this team doesn't really give out huge contracts, but I think we might change something in this franchise. Anthony Santander, same thing. He has problems with injuries. I think that's the thing. You can see there that he hit 20 home runs in 2019, 2020, obviously the shortened season, and last year only playing 110 games. I think he could be solid. He just needs to stay healthy. I think that's his big thing. DJ Stewart, guy that can maybe DH, come off the bench. Big time power against right-handed pitchers. That's what he's going to do. He's going to be that guy that can hopefully come in there, give you a couple dingers from pinch hitting and maybe DHing on certain days. But that's the major league roster. Now let's go to the big time part that's the big thing. And that's, first of all, the prospects, and the number one guy, maybe the number one prospect in baseball, Adley Rushman. He could be absolutely outstanding. He just absolutely, last year in AAA Norfolk, 312 and 185 plate appearances. His strikeout to walk ratio is absolutely fantastic. Great defense. I expect him to be playing this year in the majors. He is not going to start out in the major leagues, but it might be in May, June that we definitely will see Adley Rushman starting for this team. Next, Grayson Rodriguez, another top-tier prospect. He has some outstanding stuff. Had a 14.1 K per 9 in 2021 in AA. I expect him to be in the rotation this year as well. He won't start in the majors, but man, he is fantastic. DL Hall, outstanding left-handed pitcher. This is another guy that could be something special for sure, and it's really building that pitching that you need. You definitely need in baseball to have that great pitching rotation, those young guys. Gunnar Henderson, another guy. He's only 20 years old. He has a fantastic bat, can put up some major power. He'll start probably, I'm thinking, I know he's in AA at the moment, but we're going to move things around. Maybe AAA, but look forward to him. Kobe Mayo, another big-time bat, only 20 years old as well. So you can see that this team has some pieces in place. Go to Colton Cousin, another guy, 22 years old. Will you see him this year? I'm not sure if we'll see him this year. Another guy maybe could be next year, we'll see. But, I mean, if he progresses more, it's a possibility. Kyle Stowers, I know he's only a C potential, but another possibility in the future who could be a solid addition. Heston Kjerstad, he's only 23, has that B potential. He'll probably sit in AA for this season. And you got a guy like Kyle Bradish. I know he's only a C potential, but still, you got to have those guys moving forward. But man, there's so many other guys. Yeah, Connor Norby, Cesar Prado. There's so many guys on this team. You got Jordan Westberg that I think are going to be part of this team going forward. And that's why, as for me as an Orioles fan, you kind of, the last few years, it's been disappointment, obviously. No real hope either. You didn't really have anything, and now I think finally they have built this minor league system to where I'm excited, and I just can't wait to get going too. So let's take a look at the lineups here as we go into the season. Cedric Mullins, Mountcastle, Anthony Santander, Trey Mancini, Austin Hayes, Rogan Odor is going to start right now at third base. We'll make Ramon Urias at shortstop. Now, Mateo could be anywhere. He can go from short to third. You can kind of match those around with Odor maybe playing second base. And Chirinos right now is going to start at catcher. But that's going to be Adley Rushman's spot probably sooner than you think. Kyle Stowers, this AAA lineup looks fantastic. Gunnar Henderson, Rushman, even Bunbaum's solid. You got Newstrom there, Colton Cousin. Man, I really probably going to play a few games, no doubt about it. You'll see with this AAA team. I cannot wait to see some of these guys. You know, Rushman for sure. Like I said, he'll be in the big leagues, but Gunnar Henderson, I can't wait to see what we got. And that same thing with AA. We got Westberg. You got Kerstad, Monty Reed Trimble, I think could be, a solid guy. I just want to see how these guys progress forward. And Kobe Mayo, he is over there. He will start. There's no doubt about that for sure. Starting rotation in the big leagues, John Means, Jordan Lyles, Bruce Zimmerman, Tyler Wells, and right now Keegan Aiken, Dean Kramer could fill in there. Not obviously the greatest rotation. We're going to struggle. There's no doubt about that. But we got to, some of those minor league guys just aren't ready yet. So we got to let these guys kind of just fill in those innings until maybe Grayson Rodriguez and DL Hall are ready to get going. Like I said, Rodriguez probably some point this year, I think he'll be up. DL Hall maybe next year. Hopefully Bradish gets going even further. But it's just going to be really interesting to see how some of these guys, like Lother, even Sedlock, we'll see what these guys can do. Hopefully they can give us some, continue to build up and just build that depth and go forward from there and have a solid foundation for this team, because you can see right now the rankings, the scouting is obviously going to be important. We got to continue to build up because this division in this AL East, it's just insane. To me, it is the toughest division in baseball. I don't think there's any doubt about that. We'll look at it here in a second. Take a look at the sponsors. We only got one. We got the gold sponsorship from Lizard Skins. Obviously giving you the extra money. Something we're probably going to need, no doubt about it. So I think we'll just go to the batter walk-up. So we'll select that there. Always good to get the extra money to help out that budget. Because we'll take a look at this budget. You can see it's very low. Right now at what, 51 million is this with the surplus 56 available budget. But there's really nobody. I mean, we have guys under arbitration, but you can see in 2023 on, we got nothing. There is zero right now at the moment. So there's nobody really on even longer contracts at the moment. So that's going to be the question with free agency. What do we do? Do we be aggressive in free agency? That's why I want to see some of these young guys, how they progress, and see how aggressive we are going to be in possibly free agency this coming up season. Because obviously this season, we're going nowhere. Taking a look at this division, you got the Rays. We're possibly the best team in this division. Went to the World Series a few years ago. You got the Yankees, who are always going to be there. Red Sox kind of surprised some people last year, but man, they're still a fantastic team. And you got my personally pick for the AL East. I think they're the best team, and that's the Toronto Blue Jays. But you have 4 teams there that we have to compete with that I think all of them can win almost about 90 games or more. That's why this division's crazy. Even with the younger guys we have, it's going to be a test just to compete in this division. I mean, who goes out of there? Who gets knocked out of there? I don't know. So this is going to be an interesting one going forward. We will go through the first year. We won't sim. We'll go a little faster through the first year. There's no doubt about it. We'll play opening day, go some through things here and there. So we'll go through quicker, through this first season. And year number 2 will be interesting. I don't even know how year number 2 is going to go, but it's going to be fun. Obviously, my favorite team. So I just can't wait to get this one going. We'll have, obviously, like I said, the opening day game on opening day Friday, so look for that one. Not sure if I'll kind of line it up with the opening day games or not. We'll see. But that'll be a good one to start off this season. And cannot wait to hopefully build back this Orioles team and get them back to the playoffs. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I will see you back here for opening day. You guys have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.